So, girl, Cardi B is not here for the internet calling her latest track, Imaginary Players, a flop. And she had a lot to say about the constant negativity, people trying to bully her, and even attempts to make her not want to release music anymore. Let's get into what Cardi had to say because she did not hold back.
I'm not gonna let nobody make me hate something that I love. You shouldn't let people what they say about you, like it's like hate something that you really love and you put a lot to it. Like it's like I put a lot of thought in this record and I put a lot of time in this record because I really just genuinely love this record and I'm not gonna stop loving it because motherfuckers is like criticizing it, talking shit about it, whatever the fuck. Like at the end of the day, this is not like I'm not. Let me tell you something. I have noticed something about the internet. Like they will try to discourage you so you could quit, so you could stop. But these people
Right.
really don't know what they want. You know what I'm saying? Like when I don't put out music, because I really don't be putting out music. When I don't put out music, motherfuckers, no matter what I do, people are asking me for the music. If I do a fashion week, people be like, this all she do. When she gonna put her album out? If I'm in some type of drama, people ask me, I don't give a fuck. Sorry, I'm reading a text. Um, uh, there's the thing, right? If I'm in Fashion Week, people's like, we don't give a fuck when she gonna put out her album. If I say I'm doing a business venture, people's like, we don't give a fuck. Um, where's your album? Every podcaster is like Cardi's doing this to avoid putting her album out. If I'm arguing with somebody, if I'm arguing with a hate page, if I'm arguing with anybody, they'll be like, don't you got an album to put out? Now that I'm putting out an album, they want to pull it apart because they want to see negative, or like they want to put me to the point that it's like, oh, let's break her until she don't put out shit. Nothing is breaking me. The album will be out September 19th. And
All right, so y'all just heard what Cardi had to say, and honestly, this feels like one of those situations where no matter what she does, people are going to find something negative to talk about. The internet loves to put this crazy pressure on artists to pull massive numbers every single time, and the second they don't, it's all, oh, they fell off or they're a flop. Like, really? Just because this one song isn't charting like her biggest hits, now she's supposedly done? That's wild to me. Now, personally, I like the song. It's not one of those records that you expect to dominate TikTok or radio, but it feels like something Cardi genuinely enjoys. And honestly, that's what she said. She dropped this because she liked it, not because she thought it was going to break streaming records. And that's a risk a lot of artists are scared to take in this climate where numbers seem to matter more than quality. So I give her credit for that. But I do wonder what this means for her upcoming album, because if this is the vibe she's going for, I'm curious to hear the full project. Is it going to be all laid back, braggadocious rap, or will she mix it up with those big anthems she's known for? Either way, people forget it's been years since Cardi dropped a full album. So, of course, the expectations are sky high, and that pressure is insane. And speaking of pressure, somebody else who seems to be under pressure or maybe pressed is none other than Offset, because, baby, this man is still in his feelings. Girl, Offset is out here acting like Cardi leaving him was the end of the world because he just cannot stop himself from throwing shade. So recently he decided to hop on Instagram and do another one of those infamous post and deletes. He basically said, and I quote, "Ish, ass is F, no blueprint, like, sir, were you not just doing interviews saying how you've moved on, that the chapter is closed, and that you're focusing on yourself?" Yeah, I didn't buy that either, and clearly I was right. What kills me is this: how do you cheat on someone your entire marriage, and then when they finally leave for good after 7 or 8 years, you're the one acting bitter? Like, make it make sense. This man had multiple chances, and instead of using them, he fumbled. And now, because Cardi isn't crying over him and is still doing her thing, suddenly she's the villain? Nah, that's not how it works. And I'm sorry, but this obsession energy is weird. If you're really over somebody, you're not shading their music, you're not lurking, you're not pressed, you're living your best life and minding your business. The fact that he took time out to throw jabs says a lot. And honestly, it gives me hurt ego because she actually left this time. What do you guys think? Is Offset still in love with Cardi, or is this just him being salty because she finally cut him off for good? Now, while Offset and Cardi are dealing with their drama, another celebrity couple is going through it too, but this time it's in the courtroom. I'm talking about DDG and Halle Bailey. So DDG and Halle Bailey had a court hearing today. DDG actually showed up in person with his mom and lawyer, while Halle wasn't physically there, but she attended virtually. Her lawyer was present in court though, and here's what went down. The judge ruled that both DDG and Halle are banned from posting about each other online, and they cannot post their child online either. Now, this restriction was already in place for DDG, but now it applies to Halle too. Honestly, I think that's fair because this situation has gotten way too public. Judge also said DDG can have supervised visits with the baby for now, and they'll be back in court in October. Her team apparently argued that his fans have been harassing her, and that's why these restrictions were put in place. And honestly, I can believe that because social media has been a mess with this situation.
Today, Halle and DDG had court. Halle appeared via Zoom. We live in California, so you can appear via Zoom. On top of the fact, our lawyers recommend, if you are a survivor of domestic violence in California, that you appear via Zoom so you don't have to be in the courtroom or around this person who has hurt and harmed you. According to Cousin Tino on X, who attends the court hearings in person, DDG appeared in court with his mom this morning. His mom was asked to leave because she is a witness in the hearing. So the proposal that DDG and his team gave was that he would like to have overnight visits with Halo every other weekend and a weekday visit. That was not accepted by the court. So his attorney then proposed that DDG gets every Saturday and then every other Sunday from 9 to 6 visitation, no overnights, with monitoring if they request, and he will get a Wednesday visit with Halo as well. They will be returning back to court for another hearing on October 15th, but as of right now, he is having this temporary order of limited visitation for Halo. Halle and DDG are not allowed to post Halo on social media. Keep in mind, DDG lost his visitation due to alleged allegations of domestic violence, of verbal and physical abuse. Step-up plans in California are very typical for domestic violence cases. So you have to do a step-up plan where you start off with visitation, then you move from visitation to day visits, and then you move to 1 or 2 overnights a week until you can get back up to the way that you want the visitation to be, as long as you are safe with the child. That's key.
Now, here's my question. Where's the proof of these abuse allegations they've both been throwing around? Have they submitted anything to the court yet? Because this whole situation is so messy and sad. It's like co-parenting is not something you can just wing. There has to be structure. If DDG really wanted to see his child every day, then maybe he should have thought about that before creating a broken home. And Halle, I hate to say it, but a lot of people warned her about how this would end. But hey, we've all been young, in love, and thinking we can change somebody. So that's the tea for today. Cardi clapping back at the flop comments, Offset being pressed and messy, and DDG and Halle taking their drama to court. I want to hear what you think. Is Cardi wrong for addressing the hate, or does she have every right to defend her music? Do you think Offset secretly wants Cardi back? And what's your take on this DDG and Halle situation? Are these restrictions fair? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss the next update. Until next time, bye girl.